Yes, fight fans, this is Body and Mind Sports, and you are fully appreciated if you're here for another session of boxing talk. Well, today's conversation is all about one of the you know most talked about bouts that could happen in the sport of boxing of at the moment, and that is a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Tank Davis, both of whom are champions in the lightweight division. Shakur Stevenson in possession of the WBC belt, and Gervonta Tank Davis in possession of the WBA belt, both of whom are at lightweight. So if the fight is to happen now, it would be an instant unification bout between the two, which would take Gervonta Tank Davis a step closer to realizing his dreams of becoming undisputed at lightweight division. In the past, Gervonta Tank Davis has also hinted at retirement, saying that he does not plan to spend too long in the sport of boxing. And however, before retirement comes, he plans to face both Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, as fans have been calling for it. However, since Devin Haney's lost to Ryan Garcia in his last fight, some of that interest has somehow diminished, although some of us are still interested in seeing that fight. So we'll see. So we'll stay tuned. Keep looking in that direction and see how things pan out between Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney. However, Shakur Stevenson, on the other hand, is at the moment a free agent, so they don't seem to, so as things are, there isn't any promotional barriers in the way as to why that fight has not yet been done. Fans, media, and boxing personalities alike are intrigued into how that fight will pan out, being that Shakur Stevenson's style very elusive and defensive minded, how that will stack up against Gervonta Tank Davis, who is a rule stalker in the ring, carries a lot of power, and very, very, very calculated. According to Shakur Stevenson, in an interview in All the Smoke's fight, has said that him and Gervonta Tank Davis are both in their prime, and as of the moment, the fight can happen next. It can happen next year, or it can happen anytime when Gervonta Tank Davis wants it to happen, because he himself, Shakur Stevenson that is very ready. And in his own opinion, the only way in which the fight cannot happen is if one of them, Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson that is, were to lose somehow before that fight can be made to come into fruition. Well, anyway, as things are set to right now, I don't really see that fight happening next. In fact, that fight is definitely not happening next, because it has been announced that Shakur Stevenson's next opponent would actually be William Zepeda, who is #1 contender to every title in the lightweight division. Gervonta Tank Davis, on the other hand, does not have any opponent lined up since Vasily Lomachenko, who he was set to face, however, pulled the plugs on negotiations, which meant that Gervonta Tank Davis had to look at his second option, being Isaac Pitbull Cruz. However, Isaac Pitbull Cruz was upset in a fight against one and only El Rayo Valenzuela, who beat Pitbull Cruz in spectacular fashion. So that being the case, all interest in the fight between Isaac Pitbull Cruz, which was meant to be a rematch between Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Tank Davis. Interest there also has been diminished. So, who is left for Tank Davis to face? It seems Rayo Valenzuela could be an option, because Rayo Valenzuela, having defeated Pitbull Cruz in that fight, also managed to gain the WBA title at junior welterweight, meaning that if Gervonta Davis chooses to face him, will become a champion not only at lightweight but also at junior welterweight, and that will make him a super champion at junior welterweight. Gervonta Tank Davis, who is already a regular champion of the WBA title at junior welterweight after defeating the one and only Marios Barrios. So, according to Rayo Valenzuela's trainer, Bob Santos. According to Bob Santos, in an interview in Pro Box TV, said that he does not know what the rematch, whether there's a rematch clause in the Isaac Pitbull Cruz and Valenzuela fight deal. That he will go back and look at it, and if there is a rematch deal, then they will have to rematch Isaac Pitbull Cruz. However, if there is no rematch deal, then the best option for his fighter would be to face Gervonta Tank Davis. He also goes on to say that Gervonta Tank Davis, one of the faces of boxing at the moment, if he does drop an offer to Rayo Valenzuela, it will be very smart not to refuse that fight, and he would advise his fighter to take that opportunity, being that once the opportunity goes, you may never get another chance to face such a big fighter again, which of course can bring you a very high lucrative payday. So yeah, as things stand though, there is no predictable opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis, but I'm guessing it just might be Rayo Valenzuela, which of course does bring something to the table. As I've said before, he's now the WBA super champion at junior welterweight. So if Gervonta Tank Davis were to face him, it would be an easier route than Shakur Stevenson, of course, who is planned to face William Zepeda next. So if Gervonta Tank Davis, however, chooses to face Rayo Valenzuela, means that he has an opportunity to become champion not only in the lightweight division but also in the junior welterweight division for the WBA title, which means it can be champion in 2 divisions. Like I said before, Gervonta Tank Davis already a regular WBA champ at junior welterweight. Well, yeah, so that's all I have for you right now. On to the next session on Body and Mind Sports. Before you go, make sure you push that like button, share, subscribe, and please do comment so we know that you are interacting with what we do here. Thank you very much and stay very, very blessed. We're out.